Hey guys, I brought here with big news. There apparently the Zodiac killer has been identified. So he is a murderer. He is a murderer that was terrorized the San Francisco area in the late 1960s. He's dead. He's been dead. Yeah. So what you guys know about the Zodiac killer, that he did have a rampant crime spree in the San Francisco area and was never caught. And I know you guys seen the meme saying that Ted Cruz was a Zodiac killer and all that bullshit, but apparently a cold case team has actually linked this person to another case that was identical to the Zodiac murders. So a team of specialists who investigate cold cases says they identified the Zodiac killer, one of America's most prolific serial murderers who terrorized communities in the San Francisco area in the late 60s with a series of brutal slayings and unsolvable riddles. So if you guys know, he would leave encrypted letters. Like, no one could decode these letters. If they could, but they didn't understand what the meanings were. So it was just like, really kind of like just total mindfuck. So the case breakers, a team of more than 40 former law enforcement investigators, journalists, and military intelligence officers, had tackled other mysteries such as the D.B. Cooper hijacking heist, the disappearance of former labor union Jimmy Hoffa, and other unsolved cases. The group believes the killer is responsible for the slaying hundreds of miles away that was never linked to him. The Zodiac killer has been connected to 5 murders that occurred between the years of 1968 and 1969 in the San Francisco area. Unlike most serial killers, the Zodiac taunted authorities with complex ciphers and letters sent to newspapers and law enforcement. The slayings have spawned books, movies, and documentaries in the years since, and amateur and professional sleuths have poured over the case in an effort to unmask the killer, but with no success, because there was fingers pointing everywhere, but there was no really set suspect. So, in the decades since the first murder, many potential suspects have been investigated. So, yeah. The case breakers now saying that they identified the Zodiac killer as Gary Francis Post, who passed away in 2018. The team's years of digging uncovered new forensic evidence and photos from Post's darkroom. One image features scars on the forehead of Post that matches scars on a sketch of the Zodiac, the team said. Other clues include deciphering letters sent by the Zodiac that revealed him as the killer. And Jen I'm going to probably butcher her last name, Bullschultz, a former Army counterintelligence agent who now works on cold cases. On one note, the letters of the Post's full name was removed to reveal an alternate message, she told Fox News. So you gotta know that Gary's full name, in order to decipher these anagrams, I just don't think there's any other way anybody could have figured it out. The team believes Post also killed Sherry Jo Bates on October 31st in 1966 in Riverside, California, hundreds of miles south of San Francisco area, and 2 years before the first killing linked to the Zodiac occurred. Bates, 18, was found dead in an alleyway on the Riverside City College campus after her father phoned police to report her missing. The following year, authorities received a handwritten letter that led investigators to believe the killing may have been linked to the Zodiac killer in 2016. The investigators received an anonymous type letter from someone who admitted writing an earlier note and said it was a sick joke. So, yeah. The author admitted that he was not the Zodiac killer or the killer of Sherry Jo Bates, but that he was just looking for attention. So the police department said, because you got people are like that, they would go and pretend they're the killers, and when shit gets real, then they go, I was just kidding. What kind of fucked up shit is that?
Why did they arrest him?
They could have, I think you could get arrested for that. Investigators later confirmed the author was not involved in the Bates murder, and the Zodiac was never linked to the crime. Our homicide cold case unit has determined the murder of Sherry Jo Bates in 1966 is not related to the Zodiac killer. The Riverside Police Department's Homicide Cold Case Unit told Fox News, "We understand the public interest in these unsolved murders, but all inquiries regarding the Zodiac killer should be referred to the FBI. The Sherry Jo Bates case remains an open investigation. We do not have any additional details at this time." See, what I like about now in these day and age is that with the modern technology we do have, they're now allowed to go back and test rape kits and stuff like that. That way they can at least bring justice to the families that deserve it, that need it, because they need closure. Regardless if it was a rape, a murder, of any assault, anything. An answer is better than no answer. So it's just like, right now, I'm just like, what? I heard about it. I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Twitter, and I'm like, no, this can't be right. So I had to look it up. I'm like, holy shit. So they think they identified the Zodiac killer as Gary Post. So I'm reading a news article for you guys. So yeah. Continuing on, the case breakers believe Bates and the Zodiac 6 victim have tried getting the investigators to compare her DNA to that of Post, but to no avail. The team said, according to the 1975 FBI memo to Riverside Police obtained by the team, the agency said that Bates was a Zodiac victim. The real portion here has everything to do with the ego and arrogance. Casebreakers team member Bill Proctor, a former police officer who spent 40 years in television news, told Fox News of the Riverside Police Department that they're not talking about they're not talking about what they have, which means anybody else could come to the table, might have a reasonable argument of that in an outside organization's information that is valuable, if not more valuable, than what the police department has already done. So the team said a series of coincidences connect Bates and Post. Post was an Air Force veteran when he received medical checkups for a gun incident at a hospital located 15 minutes away from Bates' murder scene. A wristwatch with paint splatter on it was collected at the murder scene, and it was thought to be worn by the killer. Post painted homes for more than 4 decades, the team said. In addition, detectives found a heel print from a military-style boot, which matched the same style and size of those found in the other Zodiac crimes and of Post. This year, the Riverside Police Department offered a $50,000 reward for information leading to the conviction of the decades-old murder case. The Zodiac terrorized communities known across Northern California in the late 1960s. The killer has been connected to 5 killings, but claimed that he had murdered 37 victims. The first of the confirmed Zodiac slayings occurred in December 1968 when a man and woman were shot dead in a car in Benicia, California. On July 4th, 1969, another man and woman were shot in Vallejo. He survived. Later that year, a couple was stabbed near a lake. The man survived despite sustaining multiple stab wounds. A cab driver was fatally shot in San Francisco that year as well. No one has ever been charged or identified in connection to the slayings. Unlike most serial killers, the Zodiac taunted authorities with complex ciphers and letters. In 2020, the team of code breakers cracked a 340-character cipher that was sent to San Francisco Chronicle by the Zodiac. At the time, the FBI had said the Zodiac case had remained ongoing. I hope you're not having lots of fun trying to catch me. I'm not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise. All the sooner because I now have enough slaves to work for me, the decrypted message read. Wow. So I'm going to read a little thing that had popped up. To date, there have been 6 victims which have been attributed to the Zodiac by the police authorities. 5 of the known victims were killed in various areas of Northern California in a 10-month period that began in December in 1968. The 6th victim, known to be the Zodiac, was a co-ed murder in Riverside. In 1966, Zodiac acknowledged that he had indeed been responsible for the Riverside slaying in a letter mailed on March 15, 1971, from Pleasanton, California. So that was a memo that they had posted. Fox News has reached out to Vallejo Police Department and FBI and unsuccessfully tried reaching out to the relatives to post. The San Francisco Police Department said it was unable to speak about potential suspects in the Zodiac case because it remains an ongoing investigation. A California woman who lived next door to Post and his wife told Fox News she believed he was a Zodiac killer after seeing evidence collected so far. Gwen, who declined to give her last name, said Post and his wife babysat her as a child in the 1970s and 80s. He would teach her how to shoot the firearm several times a week, but was also controlling and abusive towards his wife, she said. She declined to elaborate further. Post had become somewhat of a father figure to his son's friends. She said he lived a double life. She said, as I'm an adult thinking back, it all kind of makes sense now. The time I was a teenager, I didn't put two and two together until I got older. It hit me that full blown that Gary is the Zodiac. So there's sketches, composite sketches comparing Post and what people had seen, like the description. So, Hans Smits told Fox News that he spent 10 years hiding a whistleblower who escaped a criminal posse headed by Post. The man who the case breakers only referred to as Will told Smits that the posse roamed California's High Sierra region and that he was groomed into being a killing machine. In addition, Will said that he witnessed Post burying murder weapons in the woods. Smits said that they put out several bear caches out there in case something happened. Smith said he gave Will financial, logistical, and emotional support over the years and moved him around nearly 10 years in an effort to keep him safe. I'm the one that took him into the FBI office and put him on a train and sent him out of state, Smith said. Another woman named Michelle says she was a common law married to Post's son. She told Fox that she was a victim of harassment by Post and his posse during the relationship that included damaging her car in other incidents. Despite being dead for 3 years, some people... My mom, she's like...
Never mind. Don't say nothing.
As you guys know, I do my podcast at home now, so you'll hear all the types of shenanigans that go on in my house. My mom and my kid. If you hear their commentary on whatever, yeah, you're gonna hear what they're gonna say, and that's just basically their raw opinion on what's up now. So, okay, despite being dead for 3 years, some people are mysteriously still loyal to him, said Michelle, who also declined to provide her last name. Shit, I wouldn't even give up my last name either. I don't want no one fucking finding me, He targeted young men who didn't have a father figure. It was a posse of 3, but the one Post did a lot of damage. She still had some kind of control, and now he's gone. So, this is from Fox News. This is an article from Fox News. Yeah. So, this is what they're saying. That, Jesus, they caught the Zodiac after all these years. His victims, 5 confirmed dead, 2 injured, possibly 20 to 28 total dead, claimed to have killed 37 states, California, and possibly also Nevada. According to the deciphered message the messages that he used to lead the police. Yeah. If you want to look him up, you can look him up on Murderpedia and Wikipedia. There's also different videos of him on YouTube, I just wanted to throw this out here because it's actually a flash news, I guess. Not really say flash news flash or whatever. Like I said, I just barely found out. I woke up a while ago. I thought I saw something about the Zodiac. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together until now. So, that being said, guys, be safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your eyes or face. Wear a fucking mask and get vaccinated. So be safe out there, and I'll catch you on the flip side. And I'm going to be doing some more cases. I was going to cover the R. Kelly case, but I decided to decline on that because just looking into it was just a clusterfuck of what the hell back and forth, But I will be posting some other stuff. So until then, guys, be safe. Add me on my socials, Odd Pods of the Odd Broad on Instagram. You can add my Snapchat at Cy Edwards, and my Twitter on Oddbrow TV. I'm going to change that as well. So check you guys later. Bye.